Markets rally to all-time highs after the White House signals a likely tariff pause extension. Markets went on a tear this week with the Middle East ceasefire and more tariffs release. A quick recap. After the US bombed Iran last weekend, market futures pointed down to start the week. However, Iran's muted retaliation reignited the rally. After opening lower, Monday starts the week off strong. Aftermarket, the Israel-Iran ceasefire was announced, setting up Tuesday to rally further. With the ceasefire seeming to hold, markets regrouped on Wednesday and refocused on the economy. The final revision to Q1 GDP was released on Thursday, even worse than the last print due to weaker consumer spending and exports. However, this boosted rate cut hopes, sending Thursday higher. So Friday, or Tariffs Friday. Lots of tariffs updates. First, after 2 weeks, China has finally signed off on the so-called framework agreement. Basically, the retaliatory tariffs remain at March levels, as well as other retaliatory rollbacks. For the US, this hopefully means rare earth metal availability, but we'll see how much China actually follows through on. Second, the White House is signaling the tariff pause set to expire early July will likely be extended. This was the headline and had markets rallying through midday. Chalk up another win for the taco trade. However, the White House also announced shutting down trade talks with Canada midday, with additional tariffs threatened to be announced in the next week. Markets pulled back on the news, but rebounded to close at all-time highs still. Lost in the tariff updates, June consumer sentiment was essentially flat from the mid-month reading, but held gains from May. Meanwhile, May PCE inflation surprised higher, but still within a workable range. So what now? Well, jobs, and of course more tariffs. The start of a new month means jobs data coming next week, with openings, private employment, and the jobs report on Friday. Powell just told Congress that rate cuts will be more dependent on the labor market, so you can bet investors' eyes will be on the jobs data. Meanwhile, we may get more on the tariffs front with a formal announcement to extend the pause, as well as the threatened additional tariffs for Canada. Or, how everything was worked out and there won't be any. It'll be a short week with the July 4th holiday, but busy. We'll follow up with more next week.